Lucy Brand, intuitive healer and business coach to women entrepreneurs. And today I'm just really excited. Happy new moon blessings for this new moon, which is tonight. So this is the start of new projects and new beginnings, which is what I want to lead on to something that I've been working on in the background ever since my business retreat that I went on. I think it was a couple of weeks ago now. I've just had loads of things. Oh, happy new moon, Tina. Thanks for watching. I've had loads of things brewing in my cauldron basically, which are now starting to come to fruition. So two of them, which I'm really excited to share with you today, are, one is I'm going to start introducing VIP days, transformational VIP days, where you'll come to Hove and we'll be in a beautiful, beautiful surrounding, and then we can just sit and let the transformation happen. And it will be a really nourishing day, one where there will be a lot of releasing as well, focused in the morning on more of a personal vibe, and then after lunch, a delicious lunch with me, then we'll focus on your business and what needs to come through there and where you need to step up in your business. But we need to foundation that with the beginning piece, the morning piece, which is looking at your stuff that might not be working out in your personal life. Because when you have your own business and personal are like this. They don't separate. If you've got a limiting belief about money in your personal life, it's going to show up in your business. That's just the way it is. So we work on that in the morning, and then in the afternoon we work on your business. And I'm really, really excited to offer these. I haven't done this before, but it's been calling to me. I've been called to do this, and also a lot of people have said, Lucy, I think this is where it's going to go to now. And it just means that we can go deeper and faster. So it is for someone who wants to see results quickly, and it will be very intense, but as with all things that are intense and transformational, the results will be amazing. They will be incredible, and it will be bespoke to you and your business. So it depends what you want to work on at the time. But if you are interested in having a conversation with me about that, I would love to chat to you, and I shall leave a link to my diary below and you can get that in, and we'll work out if this is the right thing for you, if this is what you're looking at. And it would be a good time to kind of, if there's things that haven't really got off the ground for you this year in terms of your business, or something that you've been struggling with this year even in your personal life, this might be a good one to hit reset, to go into January with a bit of a plan with where you're going and what you're doing in your business, but also doing the internal work, which is probably the most important, because it's 80% internal work, doing the internal work that's needed first to get you there to where you want to go. Okay, and the second thing that I've been called to do is I'm going to create a weekly series, and now I'm putting it out there so I have to do it. I'm going to create a weekly series which is going to be a Facebook Live every Monday, I've decided, roughly around 4 o'clock, and it will be it's going to be called the High Frequency Female Series. And this is where I'm going to share with you my tips and stories and ways of upgrading your life and your business. And the reason I've picked this name is because high frequency, it's all about frequency. It's all about vibration and frequency. And especially in my world, that's what I work with. In a nutshell, what I do is I support you in releasing what isn't working and keeping you vibrating at a lower frequency, and then supporting you once released to vibrate at a higher frequency. And when you're vibrating at a higher frequency, that's when you attract the stuff that you really love. So if you want those, if you want to attract the high-end clients, then you need to be vibrating at that frequency to attract them. Whereas if you're vibrating down here, where you're stuck in a place of things aren't working, you're feeling contracted, then it's going to be really difficult to reach the high ticket, high end clients who you'd love to serve and who are a joy to serve. All my clients are just a dream. I love them so much. So that will be what we'll be working on in that series, and it will just be different parts to that as and when it comes through for me, from my intuition as to what to work on that week. But they will be very valuable, and will hopefully be some nuggets in there that can really support you in creating the life and the business that you really desire and you know that you deserve. Okay, so they're my two big announcements. And then to get on with today's Facebook Live, I was going to do it on, sorry, let me just check my notes. Yes, what do you need to let go of to commit to your desires and your dreams in business and life? So I'm really excited about this because A, it's a new moon. So this is a start of new projects, new beginnings. That's why I shared with you my two new things I've got coming up. But it's also kind of a fresh start. So it's a time to look at what goals you want to achieve, or what intentions do you want to set. And then from that, you can then release them under the full moon. But just working out what dreams and intentions you'd like to set for the next coming month. But in looking at that, where are you still keeping yourself stuck? Where have you still got one foot in somewhere else and kind of one foot in possibly where you want to go? So this is after an amazing session I had this morning with one of my clients, and it reminded me as well of a time where I was doing this. So what I don't mean, there are cases where people suggest or have suggested that, particularly in business, that you burn all bridges, because then you can't go back and then you're all in and 100%. And that's worked for some people, and if that works for you, then awesome, do it. If you're one of those people that needs that, oh, you know, I need to make this work kind of thing. But sometimes you want a transition period. So for example, for me in my business, I mentioned, I think yesterday in a post, that I started out in online marketing and digital marketing, and that was what I knew and what I enjoyed. And so I became an online marketing mentor for women. And to be where I am now, there's no way back then when I first decided to set up my business, I didn't even know what I now do was even possible. It was so far off my radar, and I never thought I would be sharing my spirituality with my work as well. So, but the point was I started it and then I couldn't get to somewhere else. I couldn't be at the point Z just straight away, but making a first step. But there was things that were still holding me back in position A when I wanted to get to position Z, or I knew what position Z was starting to look like, and it was starting to ask me to integrate two things, my digital marketing and my spiritual, the healing side of things. So what I needed to do for me personally was I needed to release the belief that no one would want to work with me for woo stuff. No one's going to, I'm not going to have any clients who'd want to work on energy work and things like that, who would also be interested in digital marketing. I had all these limiting beliefs, which were very much from because in my digital marketing days, it was a very masculine environment, particularly in the beginning with SEO and stuff like that. So I had a lot of corporate masculine kind of beliefs that no one would pay for the woo, because I had to kind of hide my spirituality working in environments like that. They already thought I was a bit weird, so I didn't want to give them any more ammunition. So I had to drop these beliefs, and I had to make a commitment to where I wanted to be at Z. And it was the same with my client today. It was just she knew what she wanted and she knew where she wanted to be, but there was still something holding her back, and she just didn't quite want to release it. Perhaps she wasn't ready to until we looked at it, or perhaps it was that she didn't realise that was what was holding her back. So I'd invite you to have a look at your life. Where do you want to be? What's the new project? What's the new level? Where do you want to up level? Where are you going in business and life? And then what, it could just be one thing is holding you back. In my personal life, this happened where when I first moved to Hove, which is where I live, I found it really hard to settle here, really hard. And when I set up my own business, it was incredibly lonely. But because of the work I do, I couldn't necessarily work in a shared space. And I kept dreaming and reminiscing about my old London days, because then I had loads of friends, I was having a good time and I really enjoyed it. And now I was feeling quite isolated and alone. So what I did was I made a commitment to myself in January of last year that I was going to stop being this person living in the past when it came to my personal life, and I was actually going to take one step, take an action into creating the life that I wanted to create, which was full of amazing friends like myself. But it started with me actually going out there and doing it, and then making the commitment. So with this, I went on Meetup, which if you don't know is like a networking site, but it offers loads of things, but locally. So there could be a cinema going group, there could be a book group, there's pottery classes, there's all kinds of things. And that's where I found a group who then ended up being my moon sisters. They did a moon circle twice a month, and I really met astrology groups and stuff like that, shamanic groups, drumming groups. So I met so many amazing, incredible people locally, and it enabled me to put down roots here. It enabled me to feel that I felt that this was my new home after that, and that was the foundation. And now a lot of them are still friends of mine today, and I'm really value and I'm deeply grateful for them as well. But it also opened up, I became more confident and sociable as well. So it allowed me to lay strong foundations for my life now and put down roots basically, and commit to what I wanted to do, which was to have more friends locally and feel more at home, and not feel like, oh, I want to go back to London every 5 minutes, because I wasn't very happy. Now, although that's a personal story, that could be the same with your business. Where do you need to put down roots in your business? Where do you need to commit in your business to make it work, to make it flourish, to make it blossom? I mean, it could be a new training that you know that you might need, or it could be even systems and files. So it could be the admin work that needs doing. Do you need contracts put in place that actually say, you know, who you are and what you do? Although I would, yeah, contracts. Or is it website? Or is it, what is it that's going to make, that you need at the moment to make you feel grounded and rooted into your business? Because once that happens, once you make the commitment and stop kind of being like, oh, in, out, that's when everything blossoms. That's when everything changes. But like I said in the beginning, it doesn't have to be burning all your bridges. If that works for you, great. But if it doesn't, then it could just be one thing. What one thing do you need to release and let go of and commit to grow roots in your business, a strong foundation, so that you can just open and blossom and create the business and the income and the clients? Because I believe clients are a co-creation. Like everything's a co-creation, I believe, with the universe. So what do you need to do to root down into your business or into your life to create the success and all the desires and everything that you dream of? Okay, well, I hope that was helpful today. Thank you so much for joining me live. If you do watch the replay, then please let me know in the comments below. And if you have any questions, then please hit me up too in the comments below, or you can send me a personal message. And I will leave a link below. Oh yes, that was the other thing. So I've got a new moon ritual. It's absolutely free, and there's no not login, what do you call it? There's no sign up or anything like that. So I'm going to put that below too, which you can use tonight on this full moon to set some intentions and new goals. And if you'd like to share them with me, I would love that too. All right, lovelies, have an amazing day, and I shall speak to you soon. Mwah.